What's going on YouTube? JT is Born here, and welcome back to another edition of my Godzilla comic book reviews. And in this video, we're talking about Godzilla Here There Be Dragons 2, Sons of Giants, issue number 1. So about a while back, I think close to 6 to 7 months ago, I covered the first couple issues of the original Godzilla Here There Be Dragons series. I thought it was pretty good, and I talked about how I would love to see more of that world kind of explored, because they left it open with this whole Sons of Giant, kaiju worshipping cult that seems to have some, I guess, secret society, Illuminati, eyes wide shut elements to it. And I thought that would have been kind of interesting to see that explored a little bit more. And I wanted a follow-up series because I was like, oh wow, what a cliffhanger ending. I need to know more. And thankfully, they're back with Godzilla Here There Be Dragons 2, Sons of Giants. And we're going to start to kind of dive a little bit more into the secret society. I like the period piece aspect with the Godzilla stories. We had the whole pirate thing with the whole Henry Hole thing. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that whole series, you can go check that one out. But this one is kind of branching off and just more so exploring the Sons of Giants kaiju worshipping group that we saw in that series. So this one is written by Frank Tieri and artwork by Inaki Miranda. Basically a lot of the same creative team that we saw beforehand. And the story opens up in ancient, really old times with this samurai warrior who's looking to regain some sense of honor. And so he gets this magic blade forged for himself, and he uses it and he cuts the flesh of Godzilla, but Godzilla goes ahead and blows him up anyways. But he regained his honor, and the Sons of Giant have their sword, and they have their whole worshipping aspect, and pretty much anyone who finds out about the secret society ends up getting killed, as evidenced by this thing. One guy kind of discovers what's going on here, and they go a little bit into more of the history, how Godzilla was there in ancient times in Rome. Obviously later on in Godzilla X Kong, Godzilla would kind of make Rome his little napping place. I wonder if they'll have a reference like that with Godzilla in this thing. I doubt it, because this was probably worked on before the New Empire really ever came out. But I like the idea of Godzilla still taking his nap in the Rome Coliseum. But this time, like I said, Godzilla destroying Rome. It's funny that I just saw that in the most recent movie in some ways, but then also kind of making that his new little home. So I don't know, that's pretty cool. And then of course this guy kind of gets kidnapped because they want to know questions, because he had the little coin that they showcased before in the previous series. So we're going to get to know a little bit more about the secret society. It was kind of interesting to see this whole samurai backstory with somebody who went to just cut the flesh of Godzilla with this ancient kind of magic sword. I wonder how that's going to tie into things. I do want to know more about the secret society. Are they how they control kind of the world, and why they're able to kind of maintain some of the monster's secrets to most of the general public. I mean, this is kind of older times anyway, so you don't really have the internet or any means to kind of communicate things as well. But I want to see how this society is. I want to kind of know who their leader is. So all that's kind of fascinating to me. I like some of the art. It's cool to see Godzilla juxtaposed against different timelines too, facing off against the Roman Empire in their peak, and just wiping everything out with ease, because the last series we had him with the whole pirate angle. And to me, that's always part of the fun, is just kind of seeing Godzilla in different elements of history and kind of different environments, and tell stories that you normally wouldn't get to see in these types of movies. I know -1 was a period piece, but we haven't really gone further back than that. And I still kind of want to see some of that stuff showcased in other mediums too, maybe see that in a movie at some point, ancient Godzilla BC stuff. But this is kind of the closest we're kind of going to get to something like that to see explored a little bit. But I think it is still pretty cool stuff. So what did you think of Godzilla Here There Be Dragons 2, Sons of Giants number 1? Are you excited to see more of this secret society explored a bit? Because I always kind of like movies where they kind of, I like learning about secret societies and just how they're kind of keeping things under wraps. I mean, I think back to even some of the DC comic stuff with the whole Court of Owls angle. That's always fun for me to kind of see how these secret societies kind of keep things under wraps, and having some sort of hero just kind of expose them for what they are and kind of take them down from within, or something along those lines. And now we have that going on with the whole Godzilla angle of him attacking Rome and other bits of the history. So that's always fun for me to learn more about. But yeah, I still enjoy this one overall. Looking forward to seeing where the series goes from here, because I really like the first Godzilla Here There Be Dragon series, and I think this one's off to a pretty solid start. So those are my thoughts on it. Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, bell for notifications, all that fun stuff. That's going to be it in terms of Godzilla comic book reviews for this week. I know they also have been releasing Godzilla vs. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I know last time I tried to cover it, and I just, the videos just would not upload. It's anything you talk Power Rangers, those get flagged kind of immediately, so I got to find some means to kind of work around that if at all possible. So I'll try and cover the first series. And you know what I think I'll do? I'll cover the first series in like its own kind of different type of edited video, different than how I've been kind of covering, you know, the comic book reviews for this, like lately. That one will be a little bit more fun, a little bit more production value. And then for anything else, I'll just go ahead and then for the second series, I'll wait till that one's done and kind of cover that as its whole thing, I think. So yeah, that'll be fun. All right, well, that's all I have to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.